I want to know what you guys think about this story. Is um, this kind of a coming of age story where we have this there's this rite of passage or transformation from childhood to adulthood? Um, is it an allegory where people have some sort of symbolic value we're meant to learn from? Is Arnold and the old fiend someone who represents the devil or death? Is Arnold friend this manipulative Charles Manson like cult leader serial killer who lures young women through music? Not to go off on a tangent on my true crime cult like interests, but if you look at the comparison between Arnold Friend and Charles Schmidt, um, the Pied Piper, there are remarkable parallels to Charles Manson in that they're short in stature and they carry women away from home through this music. Is Arnold Friend a representation of that counterculture of the time, that or the things that corrupt society, the things that we know about but don't recognize as dangerous? Also, critics have talked about like the fairy tale um, allusions to myth and folklore and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think that um, you need an academic analysis in order to kind of understand or um, enjoy this very dark story. The more interesting question, and what I kind of want to know from you, is why does Connie go out to Arnold's friend, presumably to her death? How accurate is Arnold's assertion that the place you came from, where you've been, ain't there anymore, and where you had in mind to go, where you're going, is canceled out? Is he speaking literally or metaphorically? Probably both. Um, because, like we said at the beginning, Connie kind of occupies these two worlds, um, where she's this kind of moony 15-year-old adolescent, where, I mean, because in her mind, where she wants to go is doubtless the shapeless happily ever after that followed the closing romantic embrace in her favorite movies. For Connie, she has this constricting and disagreeable life within her family, and then the promising, exciting world of the mall, the movies, the hamburger joints, where she gossips with her friends and has her tentatively first experiences with romantic love and young boys that she can control. And to these boys, Connie represents an undifferentiated girl, and she's concerned she's concerned that she look attractive to them. However, the world, as we know, is occupied not only by tentative boys that she is used to, but it's also inhabited by deceitful people, men, by evil as well as innocence, by hypocrisy, perversion, violence, an exponent of all of which Connie attracts in Arnold Friend. And even though she can kind of see through this guise that he presents, the impoverishment of her world provides her no way to kind of resist those advances. Her home offers no refuge. Her father doesn't come and save the day, especially when she needs him. He's not there anyway. And she's unable to, manipulate the telephone because she's in a panic. And meanwhile, Arnold's friend, who presents himself in this guise of a movie hero, a teenage boy, this lover, offers to take charge of her, and places this mark upon her because she is cut off from her past, where she's been, right? And has no idea of a future where she's going. She's at his mercy, and she simply has nowhere else to go. So I think that that's significant in the title. You ask these questions: where are you going about your past, or where about your future, and where have you been about your past? And Connie ostensibly has neither. And the only choice she's really left with is to go with Arnold's friend for the sake of saving, or what she thinks is of saving her family. And some people have read Connie as kind of like this sacrificial Christ-like figure who goes off to save her family. I don't know if you guys buy that or not, or what you think of that. But she has no defense against the older Arnold friend, and he knows her world and crafts his image in order to infiltrate that, but she has no insight into his world and ultimately becomes his victim. She's got no protection, physical or emotional, in a real world that nourishes the unimagined evil of smooth-talking Arnold friend. Her past is gone and her future is canceled out. What do you guys think about the story, especially the closing line? It's all over for you now, sweet little blue-eyed girl, when we know Connie's eyes are brown. And I think that harkens back to the dedication of this story to Bob Dylan, which you can read about. I'm not going to spend, I've already extended what I wanted to talk about, but I'm interested to know what you guys make of this story, and what you make of Arnold friend or Connie. How do you see them? How do you see this story? Is it a dream? Is it reality? This ambiguous nature is what makes this story so rich for literary analysis. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. Check out the literary elements, and I'll be seeing you guys in the discussion board.